Welcome to the channel. In this video, Larry will be demonstrating a second recipe in as many weeks for a delicious rice pudding. Let's join him now.
Hello y'all and welcome to the channel. I'm back at it again with the rice pudding. Rice pudding is one of my favorite dishes. A couple weeks ago I did a video on a recipe that I had found that had sweetened condensed milk in it, and it just turned out really good. It tasted wonderful, looked good, and in that 2 weeks I've had over 500 views, so evidently you all liked it too. So I found another recipe, and this recipe is a little bit easier, and I thought I'd try it and give it a chance to see how it stacks up against the one I did a couple weeks ago, and that'll give me as well as you a couple options on rice pudding. So the first thing we're going to do on this one is we've got a cup of long grain white rice in the pot, and I've rinsed it 2 or 3 times until it got pretty clear. That rinses most of the starch off the surface of the rice and allows you to cook it without it getting all sticky. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add 1.5 cups of tap water to the Instant Pot. And then I'm going to add about 1/2 teaspoon of salt to the recipe because, you know, rice is very bland. And then we're going to mix it up and get it nice and stirred up. And that's all we do for the first part of this. This is a real easy recipe, and that's one of the reasons I decided to go ahead and try it. I'm going to put the pot lid on, close it, and make sure that we close down the steam valve. Now we're going to set it up for the cook. We're ready to go ahead and set up the cook. So what we're going to do is we're in the off position. We're going to start by pressing pressure cook, and we're going to reduce the time to 3 minutes. 3 minutes is all we'll need. 3 minutes on high pressure, and the pot will cut over to the begin to warm up function, and it should start in just a minute. There we go. Now it shows on, but it hasn't started the 3-minute cook. It won't start that until it senses that it's at full temperature and full pressure, and at that time it'll cut over to the 3-minute cook time. When it does that, we'll come back and give it a check. The pot just cut over from displaying on to 3, which reflects that it's up to full temperature and full pressure, and it started the 3-minute cooking cycle. If your keep warm light isn't already on, make sure that you press that and get that on, and I'll go into more detail in a few minutes as to why. When this finishes cooking, we're going to let it begin a 10-minute natural release. And I'll talk more about that when we get down to that time. The pot's down to 1 minute now, and it should be in just maybe 20 or 30 seconds switching over to the keep warm, and we'll let it stay there for 10 minutes. I'm using, by the way, the Instant Pot Duo Mini. This is a great pot because so many times I don't need a great big pot to fix a lot of meals. I'm fixing for just 1 or 2. And this is perfect. It might be for you too. If so, I suggest you try one of these, and there's a purchase link for these in the information below to purchase one for Amazon. They usually run for about $68. This particular one that I'm using right here is one that I bought in almost brand new condition at the thrift store, and it was only, I think it was $8. So I got a real deal on it. Okay, it's switched over. Now it's showing L and zeros, and it'll begin the count up to 10. Once it reaches 10 minutes, we'll release what little pressure is left on the pot and open it up and move to our next phase. The pot just cut over to 10 minutes. It counted up to 10 minutes. That means our 10-minute period of natural release is over. So we're going to push the cancel, and then we're going to let whatever pressure is on the pot off by opening the steam valve, and there's not very much. As you can hear, it's just about empty already. Waiting for the pin to fall. There it went. Let's open the pot and see how the rice looks. Let's open the pot up. Looks good. It looks about right to me. Let's see what it feels like. Yeah. It did real well. Nice and fluffy and ready to mix into our next step. Good rice. That would have been a perfect way to cook it, and it is the way to cook it if you were going to have it with a meal, with rice in your meal. It's a quick way and a good way. So let's move to our next step. The recipe for this dish will be in the information below the video. When you look at the information, if you click on more, the recipe will be there, and then you can highlight it and print it if you want for you to keep, so you don't have to keep track of all this, although it's real simple. So the next thing we're going to do, we have the rice, we've already looked at that. We're going to take 2 eggs and we're going to whisk them up so they're pretty well mixed. We've got the eggs whisked up. We're going to add 2 cups of whole milk. You can add half and half if you want it thicker. I don't care for it to be that thick. I like it a little bit on the leaner side. Then we're going to put a half cup, actually I'm putting about 2/3 of a cup of granulated sugar. Mixing that up real well. And then I'm going to put a splash of vanilla. The recipe calls for ½ teaspoon, but I like a little bit more than that in there. And finally, I'm going to add some raisins. They're completely optional. I just like raisins in my rice pudding. You can also add dried cranberries. They make a real good addition. Or nothing, if you don't want any of that in there. And I'm going to mix that all up together. And we're going to pour it in with the rice. And let's take that and we're going to pour it right in on top of the rice. All those good raisins. And we're going to mix that real well so that the rice is well suspended in the egg, sugar, and milk mixture. Now it's beginning to look like rice pudding. Okay, we're ready to move on. Now the pot's showing off, of course, because we turned it off when we were through with the last cooking phase. So this time we're going to turn it on and we're going to put it on the sauté, the serre sauté. And we're going to put it on medium serre sauté. It automatically defaults to 30 minutes. And it will start in just a minute. It'll start the warm-up. There we go. Now, we're going to let this sit here and we're going to stir it every so often. I'd say stir it about every 4 to 5 minutes so that it doesn't stick. And we're going to keep letting it simmer until it starts a slow boil. Once it starts the slow boil, we'll be ready to take it out and let it cool. This rice pudding has been simmering now for about 8 minutes. I've timed it and it's at a slow boil. Actually, I told you when I started it I was putting it on saute medium. That was a little hot because it was heating up too fast and beginning to boil before I wanted it to. So I moved it to saute low, and I think that's perfect. So that's what I'm gonna make the recipe on saute low. Also, at this time, it'd be a perfect time if you want to add some flavor and ingredients to it. For instance, you could add some cinnamon, you could add some ground cloves, you could add some nutmeg, or anything that you like to make this recipe your own. I'm going to leave it pure this time with just the rice pudding. And you can see the consistency is about right, but keep in mind, you can cook this longer and it'll get thicker. The longer you cook it, the thicker it'll get and the softer the rice will get. But when you take it out and it begins to cool, it's going to thicken up quite a bit. So I think it's about perfect, and now it's been on for 9 minutes. So I'm going to turn off the pot by pushing the cancel, and we're going to take it out and put it to cool. I'm going to take it out of the Instant Pot base and put it on a trivet so it can begin to cool. And we'll stir it up a little bit more before we leave it. Here it is on the trivet cooling. Let's stir it up just a bit. And you can already see it's beginning to get thicker. I'm glad we didn't leave it any longer, and I recommend that you not either. So let's let that cool for about 20 or 30 minutes, and we'll come back and give it a taste. I already tasted a spoonful of it, and it's really good. It's probably one of the best, if not the best, I've ever made. We'll come back and check it together. The rice pudding's been cooling now for 20 minutes. So altogether, we've got, 34 minutes invested according to my timer in this. And the consistency of this is perfect. It's just like what you'd buy, only it tastes better. And you made it yourself. And it cost a lot less than if you bought it. So that's all set. Try this yourself. See if you like it. Personally, I think it beats the one I made a couple weeks ago for taste. I think the taste is better. It's more pure and better all around. So try it yourself and see what you think. If you like it and you think we deserve it, please subscribe to our channel. Also, if you're in the market for any of the items that I use, like the mini Instant Pot or the pan picker-upper thingy, all of those links are down below for you to purchase them if you like. Enjoyed having you with us. Hope you enjoy this rice pudding as much as I do, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care now.
Thank you for joining our rice pudding demonstration today. It's an easy and delicious dish. Below this video, you can use the links to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, Larry has left a printable menu for your convenience. Bye for now, and hopefully, we'll see you again soon for our next video.